Good morning, almost noon. We're about to get started in our Facebook Live. Very excited to have everybody here joining and really get to know what's going on in your body. So, if you have comments, please be sure to put them in the comment chat, and I'll be looking in there and see um, who is here. I see that Ashley's tuning in. Monique, thank you for that. Okay, I'll give it a few seconds for you guys to come in. I'm gonna be using my board, and I hope that you guys can see it, and I'll be explaining what this is. I'm gonna put something in the comments. And then curious to see what your answers is. So here's a question for you. Do you think that you wake up one morning with an extra 20 to 30 pounds? Another one that I see a lot is diabetes, Alzheimer's disease. Do you think that you wake up one morning with just an extra, 20 to 30 pounds? A chronic condition, whether that be something that has been identified or something that has the symptoms of a chronic condition, or something that has been known to maybe have no cure, like Alzheimer's disease. So I'm just putting that in the chat. Curious what you guys have to say about that, because to be true, we don't wake up, right? One day with extra 20 or 30 pounds or with a disease like diabetes or Alzheimer's. Science really tells us that this is the result of decades of long processes that develops in a step-by-step sequence. So most of you are here in this group because you want to lose weight, you have bloating, you have constipation, or something's off in your body. I did a poll on the group about a week or two ago, just asking all the beautiful women that are part of this community what they were struggling the most with. So the number one was weight loss and fat loss resistance. So that was number one. Then guess what came in number two? It came in digestive issues such as constipation, abnormal bowel movements, gas, bloating, GERD. That came in number two. Then joint pain and also chronic fatigue. So I want you to understand that these are not just one thing, weight gain or inability to lose fat or inflammation. All disease stems from inflammation. So I want you to gain the big picture of how the disease, right? If you've been diagnosed with something like hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's thyroiditis or fatty liver, right? Diabetes, whatever it may be. If you know, right, what's the big picture of this symptoms or disease sequence, it becomes really clear that there's a way to nip it in the bud to, at the end of the day, arrest the development of autoimmune disease. And maybe you don't think you have autoimmune disease or that you're in the spectrum, and I'm just here to explain what that is, and then you can understand what's going on in your body, because losing weight and being bloat free is more than counting calories and restricting carbohydrates, for example. And it is my passion as a dietitian and woman who struggled a lot with food and her health throughout my earlier years to tell you that you can stay healthy with a shorter period of disability at the end of your life. So, let's talk about what you should care about this and what's in it for you. As I mentioned, after I made the poll, I realized that all the issues that I mentioned, weight gain, inability to lose fat, and also being bloated, having chronic fatigue, and joint pain, these are all connected and they connect with the autoimmune spectrum. So the best way for me to serve you, in addition to give you delicious recipes and inspirational quotes here, and just things to support you with clarity and science, is to tell you that if you have any of the symptoms on the poll, occasional headaches, chronic conditions, or if you just feel fatigued, that it has to do with your immune system. And I'm here to tell you that your symptoms are not normal and that sometimes the symptoms are messages for your body saying, like, hey, there is something that is off in my body. So just letting you ponder on that. So for today, let's talk about how bloating, fatigue, and weight loss and fat loss resistance impact your health and how your immune system relates to these. So for today, we will focus on weight and fat loss resistance. So I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say about the first question that's in there, because you don't just wake up feeling bloated. I mean, maybe you do if you eat something that's really not healthy for you, but I'm here to tell you that it doesn't happen overnight, right? It's a process. So I'll share with you a story before I get into sharing with you about autoimmune disease and the spectrum of autoimmune disease and how that has you not losing weight and fatigued and with headaches and just feeling off. So Ashley came to see me about 6 months ago, could be longer. And of course, what did she want? To lose weight. Most of the women that I work with want to lose weight and just feel happier in their own skin and make peace with food. So what happened is that after really looking at her and having a conversation, I looked at her symptoms and she was telling me what she was eating and how she was feeling. So I sent her to get some blood work that actually came out to be consistent with Hashimoto's thyroiditis. What is that? It's an autoimmune condition where the thyroid start attacking itself. So why am I sharing this with you? Because she was thinking that her weight loss was only related to eating excess calories and the macros that she was counting and that she was following, and she was exercising a little bit, but she wasn't looking deeper. So I mentioned to her, let's get some labs, let's get some answers. And there that was, that condition of the thyroid that attacks itself, which is very, very common. So turns out that she ended up now being actually treated all the aspects of the body because her body was trying to tell her something. So with that in mind, I want to introduce you the autoimmune spectrum that goes from vibrant health to autoimmune disease. And you want to prevent this. You want to stay feeling vibrant, really feeling good in your skin, rested after a 8, maybe 7 hour sleep, and without annoying symptoms. So you may be feeling just totally fine, but throughout your life, if you have symptoms and if you don't pay attention to these and don't see them as your body, like, hey, I'm trying to tell you something, and if you don't find the root cause, this is where getting to the root cause and finding a solution for what is driving your symptoms, whether it be gaining weight or not being able to lose weight or not being to bring your blood sugar down or not being able to bring your joint pain down or away or beating the blood, whatever that is going to continue to go and move forward and develop into a full-blown autoimmune disease. And guess what? Autoimmune disease is the number one killer amongst women under 65 years old. So about 2 weeks ago, I did a challenge about say bye to the bloat, losing belly fat, and revving up your metabolism. And I'm here to tell you that I am here to give you the tools and hold the space to not just look amazing, but to feel amazing and also not end up with an autoimmune disease, because it's very common, it doesn't get diagnosed, and everybody that's in this group and that keeps joining week by week are actually going in this spectrum. So I'm here to create awareness about what it is and to know that it can be fixed and that we all have a weak link in our chain. So if you're watching this live, please let me know that you're getting this. I see some thumbs up, and it's important for me to really help you, because I'm here really more than, hey, look amazing, like be shredded and be lean and muscular. I'm way past that. If you know my story, I almost died from an eating disorder. I was obsessed with food. I had conditions that were not diagnosed, and that's why I ended up becoming a dietitian and then board certified in functional medicine. So you have to understand that I want you to feel amazing, because if you feel amazing, you're gonna look amazing, because we're gonna be getting to the root causes of why you don't feel amazing. And once we figure those out, then you can know what is messing you up and what is putting you together in this spectrum. So I invite you to reach out to me if anybody has questions about their immune system or their symptoms. If you want to connect and really know what's going on in your body, why you can't lose weight, why the bloating doesn't go away, why no matter what you do and you go from doctor to doctor without answers and getting regular labs and everything comes in fine, or maybe something comes high but there's really no answer other than, hey, here's a pill, come back in 6 months, or hey, go in this stress, or hey, go and lose weight. There's more to that. So if anybody wants a quick 15-minute call to throw away the excess caffeine or whatever you may be doing to go through the day, or if you just really want to beat the bloat and finally lose weight without losing your mind and counting calories, send me a message or book a time with me. So I'm putting a link in the chat so that you can book a time with me to have an assessment and see what's going on in your body. So without further ado, I'm gonna open up for questions if anybody has a questions here. I see that there's a few people present and I am looking at the comments. So if you have questions, this is your time to ask. And if you're driving or something, that's all right. You can always watch the replay. And I'm gonna enter a comment in the comment section where you can book a time to get with me and get an understanding how your bloating, your fat loss resistance, your hormonal issues, and your chronic fatigue, it's all connected to your immune system, and how easily it is for your immune system to get hijacked with eating the wrong foods, even being chronically stressed and spread thin, and also just really not understanding what's going on in your body. I understand you guys didn't go to school to become dietitians, but you love the topic, right? That's why you're here. So if you want to know what's going on in your body and how to fix it, and if you're frustrated with all the answers that you've been getting and all the attempts that you've been doing and you're not seeing results, and if you're looking for compassionate support and somebody to really help you understand what's going on in your body and get you not just symptom free, but get to the bottom of things and develop sustainable habits, reach out. That's what I do, and I love doing it, and I feel blessed that I can serve you in this matter. So that is it for today. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next few weeks as I will be going live for everybody a bit more often to answer your questions. And also, I'll be asking every week what you're struggling with and answer questions about that. Have a great day.